It's 3:30 in the morning. I'm still awake. It's 8:30, my alarm is going off, and I genuinely don't want to wake up. Sleeping more feels like the most amazing thing I could do, and waking up feels like it would be so mean to myself. Okay, it's past noon. I'm still laying in bed. Welcome to Get Real Good. We're talking about sleep. So this isn't going to be your usual video on how to optimize sleep. What we're going to be doing is working together to notice our own somatic inner experience and really actually try to get down to optimizing our sleep for our purposes in a way that works for us. So let's get started. So I tend to be a night owl, which means I like to stay up late and then sleep in the morning. I would prefer to have a reliable early wake up time. And I hesitate when I say that. So that's my first noticing is number one, I don't really want to be an early bird. It doesn't fully sound appealing to me. I don't totally see the value. I love my nighttime hours. And when I say I love my nighttime hours, that brings us to number two. My second observation was actually while laying in bed this morning, realizing it's not that I don't want to get up out of bed and face the day, which is sometimes true. It's that I love sleeping. Once I'm sleeping, I love sleeping. It feels great. So if we want to give it an aggressive term, we could say, I'm addicted to sleep. I love it. And then when I'm awake at night, I really like being awake, and I'd rather stay awake. So I get attached to the mode that I'm in, awake or asleep. Third observation is I have never noticed that my irregular sleep patterns have had any direct negative effect on my life, ever. I've read a lot of articles that say it's important to have a regular sleep pattern, especially a regular wake time. For me, I've always felt like I've gotten solid sleep. Once I'm asleep, I feel great. I sleep well. I sleep through, most things. And I get enough sleep. I get extra sleep. I don't feel super groggy in the morning. Yeah. So we've made some observations. I think it's really important, especially given that first observation, is to really figure out what my goal is. Am I actually trying to wake up early, or am I trying to wake up at a consistent wake up time? So let's figure that out for ourselves now. What's our goal? My goal seems to come from the idea that my sleep schedule irregularity is some kind of bad habit or problem. I think that idea comes from work starting at a regular time. So for me, that's 9 a.m. I've also been experiencing during this period that I've taken off from work a lot of joy in having a great morning routine. 1, 2, 3 hours of taking care of my body, eating well, cleaning up around the place, meditating, cold showers. Love it all. So I would maybe, is the idea, I got to get conviction around this, I believe, like to wake up early so that I have 1 or 2 or 3, and let's nail that down to hours before I have to head to work again someday soon. So let's clarify this. Quick tangent. Throughout my life, it's been my style to sort of sleep until that last possible minute and then go to whatever that obligatory thing is, whether it's class, which I tended to love, or work, which is quite a bit harder for me to enjoy. I think the idea is that it's a better organization of the day to get the hard things out of the way first and then have as much free time for things we enjoy as possible. And I wonder if that's where my relationship with sleep has come from. So let's say work, and I don't enjoy work, and I have to start work sometime in the morning. I feel like sleeping to the last possible minute, then getting up, surviving work for 8 hours or whatever it takes, and then feel relieved and open and free and spacious and abundant for the remainder of my day. That feels pretty optimized, to be honest. So now let's weigh that against the idea of waking up to a morning routine. Morning routines do seem to help me get my day off to a good start. And I'm finally finding things that feel subtle and targeted and powerfully effective for me. And we can get into those another time on another episode. And I would like to keep some of those before work, absolutely. Maybe I don't need to keep all of these things before work. Now, it's possible that I could optimize my morning routine such that work actually didn't feel so taxing and terrible, and that I could take it more in stride. That might be the most optimized entire routine of the day, is wake up early enough to do a morning routine that helps me feel top and prepared for work. Starting to feel a little bit excited about the potential here. Okay, so here's the plan. I am actually going to start forcing myself to do very work-like things, specifically like coding and coding things that I may not particularly want to code. So coding work, and I'm going to schedule that for myself each day at the same time that I would have to be starting work. And then I'm going to be using a morning routine that has to happen before that to go ahead and try to optimize my day and my relationship with that work-like task and timing. That's my personal goal. What is your personal goal, and how do you shape it around the big picture for yourself when it comes to sleep? So let's boil this down to just the sleep dimension, since this is supposed to be about sleep and sleep schedule optimization. Okay. Usually start work at 9, 8:30, but let's stick to 9. During this experiment, I won't have to commute anywhere. That's okay, so let's leave it at 9. And let's give myself an abundance of room to be able to get through whatever morning schedule I possibly want, since especially at the moment, I don't have to work 8 hours. This is just a little experiment. Let's give myself an abundance of time. Let's go big. Let's keep this exciting to shoot for. Let's say instead of me sleeping past noon, I'm going to wake up at 6. Okay. I just checked that sunrise right now is a little bit before 6 o'clock. So I like the idea, especially during this period where I have so much time to be out here in nature. I mean, I have my tent still up in the backyard too. I could even sleep outside if that helps me to wake up with sunrise. I really like the potential of that idea. So we could set an alarm for 6 o'clock, preferably one that's monitoring your sleep activity and waking you up at, a peak. Although for me, I personally don't feel groggy, so I don't know if it's helping or not. And I will actually be attempting to wake up with sunrise, which happens a bit before that. So naturally with sunrise. And then I will have my morning routines. I can keep optimizing that and shrink it down so that when I actually do have to get back to work, and it does include a commute to wherever my office is going to be, that I'll have my morning routine optimized. And I'm sure we'll figure that out together in future episodes. We'll talk about my morning routine as it is now, as it has been, what it involves, why I do those sorts of things, what's been most effective for me. We'll also definitely talk about work and optimizing our relationship with work. So we're going to be coming at a lot of these topics from a sort of somatic therapy point of view. A lot of these background concepts coming out of being in touch with your actual feelings, your body, your emotion, your feelings, as opposed to just being up in your head the whole time. We really want to ground all of our ideas in our personal reality. Otherwise, you're going to make up a bunch of ideas, build yourself into some corner with your mind, and burn out someday. So we really want to keep in touch with ourselves and build a life that actually feels good to us personally and is sustainable and enjoyable and fulfilling. So let's start doing that together. Let's get real good. Hit that subscribe button. Let's keep going on this journey. Go ahead and send some comments and let me know how this is working for you. Let me know your goals, your sleep goals, things that you've learned help you in sleep. Start sharing these ideas. Hit that subscribe button. I'll see y'all real soon. Thanks for tuning in. This is Get Real Good. I'm out. Bye. So let me add a few criticisms. One of the things is my top priority in life is to get in relationship with reality, to understand my personal reality, to understand the larger context of reality, both objectively and subjectively, so on and so forth. But in this sleep video that you just watched, I'm talking about trying to fake a 9 a.m. coding assignment for myself. I'm also assuming that I'm going back to my job and that it's going to be at 9 a.m. and those sorts of things, but maybe that's taking it too far. I notice, though, importantly, is for sleep, when I actually have a real engagement in the morning, I wake up for it. I do show up. It's just that when I try to make up reasons for getting up, I don't. So there's something about reality and actually having a real engagement or priority or plan that actually gets me out of bed. It plays right down into my subconscious. This isn't just a conscious, reality isn't just a conscious thing that I'm leaning towards and working towards. So let's see what else. One other thought, which is a bit of a tangent, is that I recognize in some of these escapes that seem to keep me up late, I think what's getting played out is a sort of sense of freedom. I think when I think about a day being fully planned out, it doesn't feel good to me somatically. I don't look forward to a fully planned out day. I enjoy freedom. And when I leaned into that a little bit more, I was thinking about situations where we do have plans, we get in, what does my ultimate reality look like then if I like freedom? And I immediately imagined projects and also facilitating, perhaps leading a community. And I get to play this role quite a bit. And I wonder if control is actually a sublimation of our inherent desire for freedom. And I'm curious about that. So I wonder if in the late nights when I'm staying up late, enjoying something that I deem wasteful, like a video game or watching YouTube videos far too late, that I might partially be experiencing the freedom that I think I desire. And maybe I could intentionally sublimate that into control and feel something else of value, like a sense of empowerment, exercising self-control. Theories. All right, I think I'm going to wrap this up here. Video is kind of all over the place, but if you got value out of this, please hit that like button to let me know. Go ahead and subscribe. Let's start taking this real good journey together, start doing real good work on improving ourselves and starting to turn our lives and the world around us into the place that we want ourselves and the world to be. Let's do this. See y'all soon. Bye. It's 11 p.m. I managed to get myself off of my laptop. Let's see if I can keep myself off that laptop. I also wanted to share one more idea. I'm curious what things actually help me get sleepy. I spoke to a friend who said that it helped them to use the sort of blue blocker glasses on their devices. It's possible. Feels like it enables being up late on devices, which is another habit I'd like to get rid of. But right now, focusing on sleep, I think this is just going to have to come down to sheer willpower, to be honest. So let's go ahead and give this a try, and I'll update you on how it turns out. But tomorrow we'll probably shoot some videos on some other topics. Anyways, thanks for watching. Go ahead and hit subscribe if you haven't already. If you got value out of this, hit that like button and let me know. And shoot comments on what helps you fix your sleep habits, and let me know what sort of challenges you're having, and maybe we can talk about them a bit more in detail. All right, good night.